To the Gentiles' foolishness. In light of the cosmological dualism latent in much of Western philosophy, it can come as no surprise to us that Paul tells us that the incarnation is foolishness to the Gentile. In the Greek mind, God is even further removed than he is to the Jew. The Jews believe that God interacts with humanity and at least reveals something of himself, even if it's not a fully reliable understanding of God and God's own life. To the Greek, God is completely separate from the created world. Indeed, ancient Greek philosophy felt that the creation had a kind of necessary existence because it emanated from the very being of God, that it is not created out of nothing. If God is so utterly transcendent over the created order so as to be unaware of it, then human beings cannot really have any kind of meaningful knowledge of God. It is not a stumbling block like for the Jews, who consider such knowledge to be blasphemous. Rather, it is simply foolish to say we can know God, a claim more to be laughed at rather than be taken seriously. Another way Greek thought dismissed the incarnation is because in their mind it was simply inconceivable that God would enter into humanity, because to the Greek mind, human flesh was restrictive and evil. This view was brought to its most extreme expression in Gnosticism. If this is indeed true, then God cannot enter into human flesh because it would taint God's divinity. Once again, Athanasius was the one who decisively overthrew this way of thinking. He argued in light of what we actually see in Christ that the entry of God into tainted humanity is not the corruption of God, but the uplifting and healing of humanity. This observation will come into play when we consider the Christian life.